Hello, hello. Hello, everybody. How are you today? How is your summer holiday? What are you doing? What are your plans? What are your plans for this weekend? And are you going to go abroad, or are you going to go to the seaside? Can you type in the chat box? Just some technical issues I'm going to deal with several seconds. Okay, some technical issues. Okay, so what about you? So speaking about me this weekend, okay, working. Okay, good. We're thinking why don't you write in the chat? But that was a technical issue. Good. So as for example, this weekend I'm going to chill with my friends. I'm going meet my friends from the dormitory that I haven't seen for ages, for millions of years. They are a bit older than I am, and that's why I'm going to meet them without seeing them. I don't know, for about 2 years or something. It will be exciting. It seems to me. I'm really excited. That's cool. Okay. What about you? Any special plans for for this weekend? I'm going to the seaside at the end of this month for about 4 days. And after that, I'm planning to go to the seaside in August. Also at the end of the August, somewhere in the middle of August. What about you? Okay, share with me about your plans. Do you have any special plans for this week, for this weekend, also for this week? Nobody types in the chat box. With my family to go to another country, to go abroad, right? Okay, good. Is this this week Or are you planning to go abroad? Or even this weekend you are going abroad? Anastasia, hello, hello. Dasha, nothing special. Okay, that's cool. Nothing special is also cool. So it's a good rest. It's great. So this week, we have a special week because it's a gala week. Aha, to another country. That's cool. I don't have plans, Masha. Okay. Having no plans is also good improvisation, right? This week is gala week, and I'm not going to do anything special. I'm just going to relax in the village with my grandma. Cool. I'm going to visit Lviv next week. This night, Nastya is going. Cool. Lviv this week. Okay, yeah, Lviv is beautiful, but now it's a little bit hot. I was 3 months ago and really enjoyed it. It was so warm. It was great in Lviv. I'm not relaxing in the countryside is the good is I love that. Great. Okay. So this week is gala week, and it's a project week. So today's webinar, the topic of today's webinar is entirely dedicated to the project. And during today's webinar, we are going to discuss and to elaborate on the topic, on various topics, but still the general topic is one. And you are going to produce some thoughts, to brainstorm some ideas about today's webinar's topic. And after that, you are going to send me the project. It will be like a conclusion of your thoughts and ideas that we discussed with you during our webinar. So you are going to send the project as a conclusion of your thoughts in the Google folder. I will send you the link to the Google folder in the chat. Right, in the chat. And you're going to send your projects to this folder. The projects can be in any format possible, as you wish. It can be a PowerPoint presentation. It can be a composition. It can be anything, a video, some notes, maybe some pictures. It can be a post from your social media, a story from your social media. So it can be anything, and it's just your creativity that allows you to make this project. Just it's a little bit hot. So it's just up to you to decide the format of your project and how this project and how this project will look and what it will look like, right? So I welcome all your ideas. I welcome all your formats and all your masterpieces in this Google folder. I would like to read them and to enjoy them next week. So today's all only about today's project, because today's project is today's topic of the webinar is project itself. It's like it will be the conclusion of today's webinar's discussion, our today's webinar's discussion. Okay, good. let's go to the discussion itself, to the topic itself. So last week, select. Okay. Good. So today's week's project is about personal growth. Last week we talked about growth mindset, and today's week we are going to speak about the personal growth project. Okay, so today's agenda is brainstorming ideas for the project. After that, we are going to talk about progressive transformation mirror, setting a SMART goal. Also, we are going to talk about mirroring technique, which is also very popular, and developing an action plan for your project, for your final project in the Google folder. So as you can see, we are going to look today at your project itself, and to give you ideas, to brainstorm ideas, so you can simply do it and quickly do it. Okay. So here are the topics that you can choose for your webinar, but today for your project, but during today's webinar, we are going to speak about all of them. So can you please type in the chat box the new skill that you want to learn? What is the skill that you want to learn? Can you type in the chat box? What about the chat? Okay, yeah, I can see the chat. Speaking about me, I have one skill that I would like to learn. It's a communicative skill that usually it's a very specific one, but I think it's very important, especially for me. For example, usually when I speak and communicate with my friends or with some acquaintances, not just like working, but only friendly relationships. When I have friendly relationships, I have a problem that I usually don't think about the words that I'm saying or the ideas that I'm delivering. And sometimes some of the ideas can be offensive. Sometimes the ideas can be harsh, a little bit harsh, tough. And it seems to me it's a real problem because it's difficult for the person to speak with me. So sometimes I understand that I need this skill to shut up. Well, I need the skill to process the language that I'm saying, to process it to the milder ones, to process kind of like that. So I want to learn Korean language, Uliana writes. Anna, I want to learn playing the guitar. I learn a new language, Italian. Conflict resolution. I want to learn how to understand when people lie to me. Oh, wow. It seems to me that that's a bit difficult skill to learn, but it's like almost, I don't know, interesting. Good one. Conflict resolution, right? Playing the guitar, Korean, Italian. Good. So it's for me it's like conflict resolution, right? That somebody wrote. It's what Masha wrote. Yeah. for me, it's also very important because this skill is very essential, and it's very beneficial and useful. Can help you um, it can help you in different ways, mm, like that. So for me, it's a very good skill that I would like to master and I would like to pick up one day. Okay, what about a new experience that you want to get? Can you type in the chat box a new experience that you want to get? A new experience that you want to get. Speaking about me, I know. For me, the new experience is feeling free and switching off from some working processes and some working stuff. For example, sometimes I say no to entertainment, to some plans, or to some meetings with my friends or anybody. Um, uh, because I have some working plans and I prioritize them higher than entertaining. Or sometimes when I have some free time, when I have my pastime, or when I'm on vacation, I can't switch off from work, and I'm thinking during my vacation. I'm thinking about um, studying, about working, some plans. My head is whirling of these deals, business. So I feel really dissatisfied because of that, and I want to experience this. I want to experience the time without thinking of about the job, thinking of some plans, thinking of the timetable or some other stuff. So this is a new experience for me that I would like. Let's have a look what Dasha writes. I want to jump to go parachuting, right? Jump with parachute, that's Ukrainian a bit, but to go parachuting, yeah? Go parachuting. Oh, cool. It seems to me it's very scary experience. I wouldn't even think of going parachuting. Yeah, but dreams are dreams. Okay, what about others? Uliana, I want to go to the international camp and try to make some new acquaintances from other countries. I think it's very interesting. Of course, it's very interesting. It's you don't even have to say that it's not interesting, right? It's cool. I think it's a great experience to have. Everybody have to experience international connections or international meetings. I want to go diving. I want um, to open to new people. I want to meet new people, right? Cool. Diving is a great experience. I also am scared of it, but why not? Okay. Okay, what about old weakness that you want to transform into a strength? So all of us have some weaknesses, have some obstacles or hardships or the scary stuff. Can you type in the chat box your old weakness that you want to transform into strength? And today I'm going to help you a little bit in transforming your weaknesses or your problems into some strong sides. Good. Right. Speaking about me, my weakness is my weakness is laziness sometimes. Sometimes it's not even laziness, it's when I'm tired, it's when I'm exhausted and I don't want to do something because I don't have energy. Just simply I don't have energy to do. But I think that it's my weakness sometimes, because when I want to learn something, when I want to study something, or I want to do some stuff, I understand that I have enough skills, I have enough qualifications, or I have enough time or energy to do it. But I simply don't do it because of my laziness, of my busyness, or whatever. You can find all the lame excuses for not doing that. But I understand that I have enough to do it on my own. But I switch to the easiest way, to take in some courses, to take in some tutors, having some tutors, taking some marathons, or simply doing everything but not on my own, with under the guidance of somebody, or with somebody, in a collaboration with somebody. I understand that it takes more money, it takes a lot of money, but I simply don't want to do it on my own. But I understand that I can save a lot of money by doing it on my own, and I can do it on my own, but I simply don't do it. So I do feel that it's my weakness that I would like to transform into strength. So this is the way I see it. Dasha, fear of failure. Yeah, it's a weakness, but you can simply make it into strength. Insecurity, Nastya. I want to transform my laziness in speed work. Yeah, that's a good one. Great, great. I just love these ideas. Okay, today we're going to have a look at some hints or some pieces of advice that I would like to give you to transform your weakness into strength. Right. And what's your big dream that you want to come true? What's your big dream that you want to come true? Okay. A big dream that you want to come true. Speaking about me, my big dream, I was thinking about something, but I forgot. I want the job that I get the maximum of pleasure out of it, and making the desirable amount of money. I don't say a lot of money, just the desirable, because somebody have its own um, level of desire, optimum amount of money. So I would like to have the maximum pleasure and maximum money out of the job. I have found this job. I know this profession, and now I have the plan, what I need to do, how much resources I need, how much time I need, and I calculated everything, and I know um, how much I need to work towards towards the dream to come true. So it's my dream to have the job, maximum pleasure, the optimum amount of money. So it's like that. What about you? What's your big dream to come true? Masha writes, her weakness is, oh, sorry, I wanted to put this plus. What's your big dream to come true? You want to come true. What is your big dream? To be a professional in my sphere, in my area. It will be in my area or jurisdiction. Jurisdiction. Right. In my sphere, it's from Ukrainian, but in my area, it's an English equivalent for this one, or jurisdiction, the same. Yeah, it's a very good dream to come true. That's like that's a like to become the member of society or to realize as a personality, according to psychology, it's always important to self-realize yourself. And self-realization is the highest point of being a professional in your sphere. Self-realization is the highest point of being of feeling that you are a person, that you are a member of society, that you are socialized person, right? So according to psychology, I also want to get a job which won't be boring to me and get enough money from this. And I want to learn English and speak fluently. Good. Find the calling of a lifetime. Right. Of course, that's a dream. Yeah, that's a very big dream. I'm just looking for the equivalent for this calling of a lifetime. Is it of a lifetime? Is it call of destiny? Is that the same? Is that the same? Calling or vocation, right? Right, or my vocation, right? Vocation is also the same. Develop my skills to the point where I can easily make money and enjoy life without fear of the future. Secure, just the feeling of security and stability. Yeah, so the big dream is stability, financial stability, some professional stability. Right. Thanks a lot. Really philosophical ideas. Thanks a lot, just ladies, right? All so today ladies are present. Cool, thanks a lot. And today we are going to have a look at the pieces of advice that everybody can apply to make their dreams and skills come true. The first I feel a bit bad because of the conditioner, but I can't live without it. So the first advice that I would like to give you is the progressive transformation mirror. What's that? It's a specific goal setting and mindset changing technique. Progressive transformation mirror can be used to develop a growth mindset, to be motivated and to keep yourself motivated, believe in your own efforts and transform your problems, weaknesses, or obstacles into your goals. Let's have a look how it works. First of all, you have your problem, obstacle, or weakness. There are some factors that influence this problem. So I have bad grades, or I'm overweight, or I have health problems. So, so there are these small pieces that make this problem big, right? Here we have a progressive transformation mirror. That's the idea or strategy method that can be applied to transform your problem and factors into a goal. So you can transform your problem into a goal and your factors, your causes, into tasks to reach this goal. So when it comes to creative problem solving, which is more effective, focusing on the problem or setting goals for what you'd like to accomplish. So today we are going to explore this question and come to a very clear conclusion, right? So we are going to discuss and to focus on a little bit on positive thinking, on problem solving, creativity, and transformation itself. Let's have a look at the clear examples. So we have a problem, extra weight. You're overweight. You have factors. You eat everything. You eat at night. And you don't do sports. How can we rephrase our problem into through the mirror? You have to lose weight, right? Task 1. They always flows from factors into the tasks to achieve. You have to develop a healthy diet, right? If you eat everything, so you have to develop a healthy diet. You eat at night, so you have to have an eating schedule, a healthy eating schedule, a timetable. If you don't do sports, so you have to enroll to the gym. You have to attend the gym. It's clear, right? Let's have a look at another one. We are going to have a look at factors, and after that, we are going to guess the problem. So while looking at the factors, can you please type in the chat box, what do you think is the problem? What do you think the problem is? Factor 1, I don't understand math. Oh my God. I don't prepare for my tests, and my math teacher doesn't like me. What's the goal? Improve my grades in math. Maybe you can think that the problem is poor math academic achievement, right? Bad grade. The goal is to improve my grades in math. What can we do with the factors to make them tasks? The first one, to find a tutor, right? If you don't understand, so probably you can't cope it on your own. So you have to find guidance or mentor or tutor. You have to practice before tests. So you have to revise, or you have to cram for them, and maybe sometimes you have to pull an all-nighter, but still it will be a good idea to practice and to revise before the tests. And that's number 3. You are going to improve your relationship with your teacher. You have to improve them to make your goal fulfilled, right? So what is the problem? What do you think? What's the problem? You often fail your math tests, right? It's an obstacle, it's a problem. It makes you weak. So don't say, I'm bad at math tests. I always fail them. Say, I need to improve my grades in math. I need to succeed during my math test, or I wanted to be better than I was before. Let's have a look at another one. Factor 1, I don't plan. I don't have enough energy. And I do a lot of favors. So what will be the goal? To increase productivity. For this, to reach this goal, you need to have some tasks. Let's rephrase and transform the factors. Task number 1, You have to learn how to plan, and you have to learn how to prioritize. You have to deal with your planning management. Task number 2, have some rest. If you don't have enough energy, so you need to have some adequate rest to avoid some burnouts, to have some time for yourself. And task number 3, you have to learn to delegate and to say no to something. If you do a lot of favors, it really hinders your success and your productivity. That's why you have to learn how to delegate and to say no. So the problem is lack of time for everything. Yeah, I lack time for everything. That's why I need to increase my productivity by learning to plan, planning rest, learning to delegate, right? So this is the simple rule that can be applied probably everywhere. Okay. I believe that there are important advantages to using the word goal as the aim of the process of problem solving. First, you have to translate your problem. You have to interpret your problem. If you are starting from a problem into a goal, it encourages you to question the problem. This, in most of the experience, is where people usually fail when trying to solve problems. They immediately try to come up with ideas rather than trying to understand the problem properly. So first of all, that you need to learn is to interpret or translate your problem. Formulating the goal statements from problems makes you think about the problem and what aspect of it you actually wish to solve. If you say, I lack time for everything, most people will immediately reply, of course, I also lack time for everything. Me too, right? But tell me who doesn't tell me who doesn't lack time, right? But with these questions, you may realize that your goal is to generate more tasks, not to generate, but to generate the ways out, or this small milestone that you have to reach. For example, okay, right. So you have to realize that saying I lack time for everything instead of I need to increase my productivity are different things, and they influence your productivity. These two goals are different goals, and yet either both could be goals you need to strive for in order to achieve your overriding goal of being more productive, or losing some kilos, or what we spoke about, being better at your math tests, right? In addition, I believe that using creativity to achieve a goal is more positive and motivating than using it to solve a problem. Sure, it's essentially the same thing, but which challenge do you think most people would find more interesting? For example, our line of clothes is outdated, and sales are always falling. How can we solve this? Or let's make our line of clothes more trendy, more sexy, more intelligent, right? More stylish, or offbeat and exciting. How can we make this? How can we make this line trendy, more trendy? How can we make it? Right? And two different ways are two different ways, but the result is actually better in the second one. right? Working with goals instead of problems also makes it easier to divide big goals into smaller sub-goals, which may become a part of the final solution. This can be important too. These problems are the result of multiple issues, each of which need to be addressed. At least, according to the experts, the notion of root problems and sub-problems seems odd. Worse, it seems depressing. Of course, problems are still relevant, but if we face problems in business, personal life, or in our education that wish to solve through creativity and through this mirror transformation, it's still essential to deconstruct and analyze these problems. Formulating a goal statement is ultimately a reworking of a problem statement. It's just reworking. You don't change. You don't change anything. Nevertheless, according to the experts, if we aim to focus creativity on attaining stated goals, we will get more interesting results. What do you think? What about your experience? Did you have the same experience of transforming your problems into your goals? Interesting to know. Can you? Okay, going to the project, your project. So you have chosen the topic, for example. Now, depending on what you've chosen, choose any problem, a weakness, or obstacle that you have that are on your way of facing this of completing this goal, acquiring a new skill, getting a new experience, making your big dream come true, and transforming your old weakness into a strength. What's your problem or weakness on the way of completing it? Think about it, identify it, try to transform it. After that, transform it into the chosen goal. For example, I don't have enough money, right? I need to save money to buy iPhone, for example, right? And write it in the special picture, like in the write it in the special table which you have on the screen, right? Just 1 second, I have some. I'm so sorry, there was some troubles. Okay. By writing your problem or weakness, you can easily transform it to the goal. Factors you can transform to the tasks to achieve your goal, right? It's a very good one. Another good advice or another good tip on making your goal reaching more productive, I would like to present you one more mirroring technique connected with mirror. Right, it's a very funny one, but still. The basic principle of mirroring is simple. Anyone who triggers judgment or emotion in you, a co-worker, your child, spouse, terrorists, school shooters, thieves, liars, people of color, those who practice a specific religion, the guy who cuts you off in traffic, or a rude waitress or sibling, reflect something to you about yourself. What you see in the mirror could be a trait you dislike in yourself or you don't want to admit you possess. Or it could be a characteristic you lack but wish you owned. To apply mirroring in your life as a personal growth strategy, notice when you get triggered by other people. If you find yourself judging or experiencing strong negative emotion related to someone, you are triggered. Once you realize you are triggered, ask yourself a tough question. What do you see in that person that is a reflection of you? Once you realize that you possess the same trait, could behave in the same manner under the right circumstances, or lack that characteristic, you can let go of judgment and lessen the degree of emotion you feel. That step doesn't, however, mean you condone a behavior or quality. Instead, by understanding how you are like the other person in some way, you develop compassion and understanding for him and yourself. It's up to you to change based on what you've learned. You can be more accepting of the other person, or you can begin to develop the desired trait in yourself, or to get rid of this trait if you want. So the stuff I'm talking about, it's a very good way to self-reflect and to see that actually what you see is a reflection of yourself. Try to find in yourself, be constructive to yourself. Don't be critical, don't be judgmental, but be constructive to yourself, which will help you to achieve your desired goal. Right. And another technique, the last one that I would like to tell you is SMART goal. Making your goals, after you transformed your goals, make your goals SMART. So, sorry, I have problems with my throat because of the conditioner. Goals are part of every aspect of business, life, education, and everything like that. They provide a sense of direction, motivation, clear focus, and clarify importance. By setting goals, you are providing yourself with a target to aim for. A SMART goal is used to help to guide goal setting. It's an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, result-oriented or realistic, and time-bound, right? Okay, we're going to do. Therefore, a SMART goal incorporates all of these criteria to help focus your efforts and increase the chances of achieving your goal. SMART goals are specific, so it means that they are well-defined, clear, and unambiguous. Measurable, with specific criteria that measure your progress toward the accomplishment of the goal. Attainable and not impossible to achieve. Realistic, within reach, so relevant to your life purpose and relevant to the result it has. With a clearly defined timeline, including a starting date and a target date. The purpose is to create urgency. So, here are some goals, right? Yeah, some of the most widespread. Let's make them SMART. So the first point, making it specific. SMART, specific. Goals that are specific have a significantly greater chance of being accomplished. To make a goal specific, the 5 W questions must be considered. Who is involved in the goal? What do I want to accomplish? Where is this goal to achieve? When do I want to achieve? And why do I want to achieve this goal? So it makes the goal specific. For example, I want to lose 30 kilos. A more specific goal would be, I want to buy a gym membership and work out twice a week. It will be specific, right? Measurable. It must have a criteria for measuring progress. If there are no criteria, you will not be able to determine your progress and if you are on track to reach your goal. To make a goal measurable, ask yourself, how many and how much? How do I know if I reach the goal? And what is my indicator of progress? For example, losing 30 kilos. For example, by buying the gym membership and working out twice a week, I'm going to lose 1 kilo every week. Okay, so it's indicator of my progress. Achievable. This will help you to figure out ways you can realize that goal and work towards it. The achievability of the goal should be stretched to make you feel challenged, but defined well enough that you can actually achieve it. Ask yourself, do I have the resources and capabilities to achieve the goal? If not, what am I missing? Have others done it successfully before? Realistic. The goal must be realistic, and it has to be realistically achieved given the available resources in time. A SMART goal is likely realistic if you believe that it can be accomplished. Ask yourself, is the goal realistic and within reach? Is the goal reachable given the time and the resources? Or are you able to commit to achieving the goal? Right? So always ask yourself, is it realistic? Maybe nobody has done it before. And why do you have to why do you have to try to achieve it if it's probably impossible? And time bound. A SMART goal has to be time bound in that it has a start date and finish date. If the goal is no time constrained, there will be no sense of urgency and therefore less motivation to achieve the goal. Ask yourself, does my goal have a deadline? By when do you want to achieve your goal? For example, building one of the goals that we have talked about, losing 30 kilos. For example, on the 1st of September, I will buy a gym membership. I will go twice a week to the gym to work out. Every week I'm with a coach, for example, with a coach, right? I have 20,000 hryvnias to spend for this aim. Every week I'm going to lose 1 kilo a week. And by the end of, by September, I will have lost 30 kilos of body fat. And it looks really realistic, right? If you have specific goal, if you have specific tasks that are transformed with the time, it makes your goal realistic and achievable. Individuals or businesses will set themselves up for failure by setting general and unrealistic goals such as I want to be the best, or I want to increase my income, or I want to launch a business or to start a business. These goals are really vague. They have no sense of direction, no time boundness, nothing. SMART goals set you up for success by making goals specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. The SMART method helps to push you further. It gives you a sense of direction and helps you to organize and reach your goals at the end. Speaking about myself, I have practiced a SMART goal technique while writing my professional development plan, which was last lockdown, not last lockdown, the first during the first lockdown, and I was writing. I had a lot of time to think, and I had time to think about my professional plan, because somewhere it will end sometime, right? And we are going to have to move forwards. That's why I wrote myself a self professional development plan, and I can show you it. It's designed. It's designed. It looks like that here. It's designed with special questions that you asked. What are your long-term goals? For example, 3 years from now. What are your key milestones? First one. What skills do you need to gain to improve to reach your goals? What actions are you going to take? Time frame. And in a time frame, I had 2 blocks. One block is a time, a month or years or anything. Usually I wrote in months. And one block is for your material resources, or is for your amount of money that you can spend on your goal achievement. And to tell you the truth, I didn't believe in that. I thought that it's just like something trendy. And when I wrote it, I processed everything. I did something during this time. And while I forgot about this plan actually, but at the end of this spring, I understood that all these time frames that I wrote in the table, they were achieved. Everything that I wanted, I achieved, more or less with the satisfactory results. More or less with kind of I shouldn't say that they are the best, but they were achieved in a certain time. They were achieved with a special preparation, with a special preparation and readiness and consistency. What I should say, consistency. I developed some habit while working towards these plans. I had some tasks in my head, and it was like a habit to do them. And after I achieved them, I was really shocked. I didn't expect such a result, and with such time boundness, within such time frame. So you can try, and you can try by designing your project and sending it to the Google folder that I would like to. I will send you in the group chat. Let me duplicate it. And you can try by writing it, and we can discuss it the next time. It's a great way to analyze and process your plans, to analyze your dreams, skills, weaknesses, and some problems that you have, and to make them your strengths, to make you motivated enough to achieve your goals and to make your dreams come true. Thanks a lot for this webinar. Thanks for being active, and see you next week. Goodbye. Have a nice weekend, by the way.